Hi friends, welcome back. So I just got done with the cardio circuit workout that I posted earlier today and had a little issue during the run and kind of got me thinking maybe other people also face these similar issues, and I'm not like a professional athlete or a doctor or anything, but I am just a normal girl who does a lot of runs, and so I have a little experience that I wanted to share with you guys of some common problems that I've experienced on runs and how I have kind of dealt with them or mitigated them. So starting kind of from the bottom up, I had a long time before I realized how important my shoes were. Um, like how important it is to get a shoe that's the right size. I lost a couple of toenails because my shoes were too small. I thought that my like cute high heel shoe size was going to be the same as my running shoe size. And then I learned apparently you want it like half a size bigger because your foot starts to swell a little bit when you run a lot. I don't know the science behind it, but that was I guess my foot got too big inside the shoe and would like rub against my toenails, and I lost a good number of toenails that way. So making sure before you lose toenails that your shoe is the right size and that it has the right support in the right places for your foot type. Like, for instance, I have pretty flat feet, so I need something with more arch support. And then also for your running style, like how you run. Some people like to run just on their toes. Some people like those shoes that have like the toes on them, like the Chris Traeger shoes that he was wearing for part of Parks and Rec. You know what I'm talking about? I don't personally know enough about those shoes to have an opinion. They just look really funny to me. But just knowing exactly what type of shoe to wear, and I finally like broke down because I was having all kinds of toenails coming off and knee problems, hip problems, back problems, and I was like, I doing something wrong. Fine, I'll go into an actual running shoe store and pick the right shoes. So I finally did that. They did all kinds of measurements of like my foot. They had me run around outside the store to just see my running style, and they hooked me up with some really nice shoes that are probably now I need to go get some new ones because that was like 2 years ago. And so that's the other thing, make sure that your shoes are not super old because they lose like that support that they're giving you. So shoes, really important. The other one is socks. Where did I put them? The socks that I like are these. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a little bit thicker padding here and in the heel, and it has this like kind of tighter elastic band that goes around like where your arch is to kind of hold your foot in. I don't know, but it really supports me when I'm running, and I notice that I run better and have fewer problems afterwards when I'm wearing these socks. And they also have this cool little lip in the back to protect that like Achilles tendon part that I always get blisters there. But not when I wear these socks. So I'm not going to endorse like a specific brand because they're not paying me to. But just this style of sock with like a little bit more padding on the balls of the foot. You can even see like holding them to the side, more padding here and in the heel, and then around where the arch is, it's just a little bit tighter. Love. Um, Moving up, knees. I get runner's knee like all the freaking time. I I've been told that I just have bad knees, and but I'm not going to take that excuse because I know that after I run, when I take the time to really stretch and massage like my IT band, which is the muscle that kind of comes from your kneecap up the side of your leg up kind of into your hip, along like the outside, when I take the time to massage that and I ice down my knee after a run, like I notice that I can run for longer periods of time before I get runner's knee. It kind of is inevitable, but I can postpone it a little bit by stretching really well after a run, massaging myself right after, when the muscle's still kind of warm. I get in there and kind of like deep tissue massage it, or like in the shower, just like get in there until it hurts. And then taking, like listening to my body, taking adequate breaks. Like if I need to take 2 or 3 days off between running, if taking 2 days off is going to keep me from getting an injury that's going to put me out for 3 weeks, I'll take 2 or 3 days. So just listen to your body, pay attention to, are you pushing through like just mild discomfort that kind of comes with exercising, because it is going to hurt a little bit. It is going to be a little uncomfortable, but are you injuring yourself? Like, you kind of learn how to hear your body, and so just pay attention, listen to what your body's telling you. Don't push yourself too hard. Then the issue that I had today, that I knew it was going to happen, was my thighs rubbed together. I do not have a thigh gap. They're real close together, and so when I run, it's a lot of friction. And I was wearing shorts that were too short for running. They're good for other things, but for running, not so much. I love, love, love these leggings that are high-waisted. Again, I'm not going to like endorse a brand. I just like high-waisted leggings because they kind of hold in my core and I feel like more supported when I'm running. They're also like long enough to where they're like full length, so my thighs don't really rub together directly because the leggings are there. And then they also have pockets for my phone. So sometimes I listen to music on runs, but mostly I just like to track like where I'm going, and I need my phone and the Bluetooth and the thing, the GPS, whatever, to kind of track where I'm going. And I also feel safer when I have my phone with me on a run. Kind of going along with the like friction and chafing thing, wearing the right underwear is always a good idea. Running is not the time to try and look cute, so I wear these granny panties that are big and cover the whole butt, and are like, you can see how like they're kind of thin, they're really light, cotton, very breathable. You don't get a wedgie from them. Really important to have the right underwear on. I'm telling you from experience, don't make my mistakes. You don't need to wear cute, lacy. You know what lace does? It just it turns into sandpaper. Okay? Trust Patricia. Wear the granny panties. And then for girls or people with boobies, just people in general, if you have more volume in your front chest area, that can get pretty uncomfortable with all the like jostling that you're doing when you're running. So big sports bra. I like the thick band here. If I'm doing something that's like weights or not like a lot of up and down movement, I can do like a thinner band, but for running it's got to be thick and like sturdy, and a thick band underneath. And I don't like padding. These had like padding in them and I took it out because they don't need to be bigger right now. They don't need help. They need to be like duct taped down, held in place. I don't need help at this particular moment. Thank you for trying. I appreciate the effort. But no, I don't want extra padding in my sports bra when I'm running. Not for me. And I think those are all of the issues that I've personally encountered. Let me make sure I got everything. Feet, knees, chafing, underwear, bra. Just make sure you're also drinking water, especially on longer runs. I have this, let me show it to you. I have this thing that's like, well, this blue part goes inside this thing. Got some like medals and stuff. Ooh, how fancy. But it goes inside this like backpack. You fill this with water or Gatorade. I like water just because it's easier to like clean this spout thing with water than with like other stuff. But if you like having some like Gatorade or whatever to be drinking during your runs. If it's going to be longer, well, it kind of depends on you, how much you sweat and how hot the day is. But for me, if it's going to be more than like 40 minutes of running, I'll take that with me so that I'm able to like drink water during the workout. I don't sweat a whole lot, but I do start to like, I feel the effects of like sweat leaving my body. So for me, it's worth it to have that. It's a little bit of extra weight on your back when you're running, but it's so worth it if you're starting to feel dehydrated and maybe you ran away from civilization and you're like on a random trail somewhere. It's good to have that water with you. I always have my phone. I said that with the pants, that I like to keep my phone in my pocket for safety. Ladies, safety first. Also, guys, everybody be safe and whatever, but I mean, statistically, it's more of a problem for women. Make sure you're either running with somebody or running somewhere that's well lit and, public. You're not running in the streets at 2 a.m. all by yourself and it's dark. Just, take precautions, be safe. Tell people if you're going on like a long run out in the forest, be like, hey, I'm going for a run, or like just text people like, hey, I'm going for a run, I'll catch up with you in an hour. If not, like, call an ambulance, I passed out, Running is kind of an intense sport, and if anything goes wrong and you're alone, you want to make sure that at least somebody knows where you are. And on that note, don't be scared away. Running is incredibly good for you. Whenever someone, has a random heart attack during a marathon, they always say like, oh, if he hadn't run a marathon, whatever. But you have to also look at all the people who didn't have a heart attack and are so much healthier for being runners than people who are sedentary. You don't have to run, you can swim, but just do something that gets your heart rate up, something that's going to strengthen your heart and improve your cardiovascular health, just whatever you got to do. My personal favorite is running, just because it's so easy. You don't need any equipment or a pool or, right weather conditions sometimes, like for swimming. You just need shoes on your feet and you're good to go. So if you guys have any other questions of things that maybe you've encountered while you're running, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them. If there's other things that you want to know about, leave it in the comments and I will answer all your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with another fun workout. Bye.